Hi, everyone, and thank you for joining us this Wednesday morning. It's good to be back on the Valley today. I'm Jordan Schreier here with Lisa Bedell. We're just getting started with your news and weather to the top of the hour to help you plan for your day. And we have a breaking news alert this morning. The U.S. State Department is ordering all non-emergency government staff to leave Iraq immediately, and it's advising Americans not to travel to that country.
A State Department statement issued early this morning says the government's ability to provide routine and emergency services to U.S. citizens in Iraq is extremely limited. The alert comes after Washington last week said it had detected new and urgent threats from Iran targeting Americans and American interests. A Glendon, Minnesota family hopes to salvage something from the rubble of their home that was destroyed by fire. Firefighters struggled for several hours last night trying to save the home, but it's considered a total loss.
It happened around 6:30 in the 900 block of 130th Street South. The man who owns that home says the fire started in the garage and then quickly spread from there, but there's no word yet on the exact cause of that fire. Some people in West Fargo got quite the shock when a city truck driving with its mast extended hit power lines going across the street and pulled 4 power poles completely out of the ground. It happened near 2nd Street and 5th Avenue East yesterday afternoon.
Homes directly under the lines have the most damage on their property. People say the driver was pretty shaken up and apologized for the accident. Xcel restored power by around 10 last night.
It is now 8 minutes before the top of the hour. Let's get a check of that forecast. And Lisa, going over your severe weather plans might be a good idea for later today.
A great idea for us today as we're starting up severe weather season tonight as some storms move in. And we do have some rain out to the west that's working its way into our western viewing area, stretching back to Minot. This is along the warm front with this system. These should just remain as showers or even a weak thunder shower as they move through. But there'll be some times where you have a little more cloud cover here this morning. Other than that, looking nice and quiet and pleasant out there this morning, just watching those showers as they head toward the Jamestown and Carrington areas. It's 38 degrees currently in Fargo, 39 in Grand Forks. Cool to the east. We're near the freezing mark there, so frosty morning for you. Out to the west, warmer. We're into the 40s there to start off our day, and that's where we'll see some of our warmest temperatures today. So here's a look at that hour-by-hour planner. Here comes the warm front. We'll see the clouds with that. A few areas of showers, or again, an isolated thunder shower can't be ruled out. This is the noon hour. Still looking relatively quiet at that point. But as we head into the afternoon, we start to really heat things up. We're looking at temperatures back into the 70s today, especially in the south and the warm sector of this system. The wind really cranks up. We're looking at winds gusting into the 20s, 30s, even to 40 miles per hour. Not in the thunderstorms, just your overall wind here. And that could create some critical fire weather conditions this afternoon leading up to these storms. Also transporting in some warm air and some moisture into this system too. So around 5 o'clock, we start to see these storms pop. This is going to be over in the Devil's Lake area, west from there, and then that will continue to advance eastward through the evening hours. So for some of us, we may not see thunderstorms until after sunset tonight. That's especially the case over in the southeast. Fargo, Grand Forks, we're looking at 8, 9, 10 o'clock potentially where we'll see those storms move through. They could be producing some large hail and some damaging wind gusts. Can't rule out an isolated tornado anytime we have severe weather either. So these will continue to push east overnight. By midnight, we're looking at these storms more likely into Lakes Country in Minnesota, and then they quickly depart from there. So an overnight event, but it shouldn't last too long. It's a fast mover, but again, our first severe weather event of the season for us. We are under a slight risk in yellow here for severe weather, though all of us included in this potential for strong to severe storms tonight. Let's check in now with Al.
Morning, Lisa. Good morning, everyone. Beautiful morning out here, like Lisa was telling you. I saw my second Mustang convertible with the top down, although that car was pretty dirty. Should have washed it. It was a white one. In any event, lots of folks out and about early this morning. Cheyenne Street traffic is pretty darn thick at this hour out here on Interstate 94 where I am. I-94 traffic has really picked up, westbound I-94 in particular. Eastbound I-94 pretty busy as well. A little bit of light congestion right around the tri-level this morning. Make sure you're planning for that. We also have a stalled car eastbound Interstate 94 just on the west side of the 45th Street ramp. Make sure that you're looking out for that. Don't forget the 10th Street underpass, the one between 4th and 6th Avenues North, is closed. That means traffic's being diverted over to University Drive head-to-head for that 3-4 block stretch. Make sure you're planning for that. Busy morning. We're headed back over to Moorhead. We'll check things out there. You and I will get together again here in about 20 minutes or so. Drive carefully this morning. Al, I'm at Valley Today traffic.
Some parents say proposed boundary changes in the Fargo School District aren't fair or necessary. Several parents stepped forward at the school board meeting last night to speak their minds.
They feel the boundary change would not be a good idea and talked about capacity of buildings and distances from the school. Parents are now trying to raise awareness about the situation with more than 1,000 of these yard signs protesting the boundary changes. They'll be placed in front yards around Fargo. U.S. House members have reintroduced legislation that calls for the Justice Department to review how law enforcement agencies respond to cases of missing and slain Native Americans.
The bill is named for 22-year-old Savannah Graywind, who went missing while pregnant in 2017 before her body was found in a North Dakota river. The baby was cut out of Graywind's womb, but survived. Fargo police are inviting people to attend today's 24th annual Law Enforcement Memorial Day ceremony in Lindenwood Park. It's taking place at noon near the entrance to the south side of the park.
163 law enforcement officers died in the line of duty last year. In their memory, 163 U.S. flags will stand in a field of flags to honor those brave men and women who gave their lives. This ceremony will be held rain or shine. Actor and North Dakota native Josh Duhamel was honored over the weekend with an honorary degree from the University of North Dakota.
Many people know him from his films and, of course, as his role as the face of North Dakota tourism. Valley News Live was able to sit down with him and talk about his North Dakota roots.
There's something about this state and the people of the state that everybody's got each other's backs in some way. You know, people wave, people help somebody if they're, broken down on the side of the road. You just don't see a lot of that in California. Just because there's so many people, you never know who you're going to run into. You can't trust as much as you can here.
To see our entire interview with Josh, just go to valleynewslive.com and click on this story. And a lot of good things come from this area. Josh Duhamel, along with many products. And now West Acres is adding a new store where people can get all their favorite local products.
And that's where we find the Valley Today's Abby Furchner shopping a little bit this morning at West Acres. Good morning, Abby.
Good morning, Lisa and Jordan. I'm here at the Mindak Market, which is now open at West Acres. It's right across from GameStop and Justice, so it's really easy to find. And there are so many fun products in here. And I'm here with Greg Kempel with Maple River Winery, and we have some delicious treats in front of us that I love. Gruber's Splits.
Of course, and of course, tonight we're going to be sampling a bunch of this Gruber's Splits popcorn. Okay. We're going to have some salsa to sample. We're going to have some Maple River wine, well, some local beer. We're going to have some slushy mix, open rhubarb slushy mix, kid-friendly for all kids can come in and sample. And of course, we have some bread from Valley City coming to, he said like his great-great-great-grandmother brought over a recipe from Norway.
Wow, and so that open house is going to be from 4 to 8 tonight, and you can try all of this stuff. And let's talk a little bit more about in detail what you guys offer here, because you can also come in and make gift baskets, and that's almost perfect timing for graduation.
We have graduations, you have birthdays, weddings. People get married, I heard. So you gotta have wedding gifts, and you can build one yourself. We can build one, and we can ship it out too.
It's just so nice to shop local and buy from local creators. There are so many here, from, like we said, slushies to pampering yourself with those candles and lotions to getting your favorite bag of popcorn or pretzels. There's a lot here at the Mindak Market right in West Acres. You'll want to come out 4 to 8 for that fun open house and do some sampling yourself.
So much stuff to do there, so much to buy. Thank you, Abby. Let's get our answer now to our question of the morning on Facebook. 14% of kids under the age of 12 think this is probably the hardest part about being mommy.
The answer is taking care of dad.
It's a full-time job.
You can take part in our question every day. Go to the Facebook page, and there you'll also find weather updates of the storms that we're tracking.
That's right. We'll be keeping you posted there, right here, and on our Valley News Live weather app. Slight risk for severe storms late afternoon and into tonight.
You can join us right now for more local news and weather on the Fargo CW.